I had an interesting question asked me. What did Terrence Trent D'Arby, the former Terrence Trent D'Arby, and Maxwell, uh, you know him now as Shanada Mantra, the former Terrence Trent D'Arby, and Maxwell, what did one have that the other didn't? And what did the other have that made them better? Shanada was came out with the Introducing the Hardline big album. Um, Came out like gangbusters and had the black crossover appeal. As a matter of fact, in that time when Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, Lionel Richie, he was that Janet Jackson. That dude was in that gonna be in that stratosphere for a moment, you know. And songwriting, vocals, Jackie Wilson, Sam Cooke had a lot of impact. What you could see, what was the influences, had that voice and was a poet's poet. So he had things going for him for a moment, and was good live. Definitely had something there. And you could tell, you know, a very distinctive talent, rawness, throwback, if you will, you know. Even Keith Richards said the guy's got a voice, which he did. I mean, the guy could sing, had the harmony. Now, Maxwell had the aura of mystery, had the voice, had that sensual vibe, and came out like gangbusters on his first record, working with Leon Ware and Sade's band, and evoked you a throwback vibe, you know. Older nod to Marvin Gaye, older nod to Michael Jackson, older nod to Prince, older nod to El DeBarge, had a tenderness, had a certain vulnerability, had different things that you could hear in the stew. But yet he had a modern feel about him. That's the difference between him and Shanada. Because whereas Mantra had an old school feel and he did hit, his stuff felt more old school, more retro, and it was you could definitely tell the Sam Cooke element was over him. He didn't have the Bobby Womack vibe, and that's I think to connect the soul, but he was catchy. Wishing Well, Dance Little Sister definitely harks back to a groove and had that Memphis style vibe. But he didn't, it was there, but not in full tilt. Whereas Maxwell's thing loaned itself to a little bit of a hybrid of all those things. But I think what separated the two is that Shanada's thing came and went, and he was big, big. Whereas Maxwell's thing was big, but he never reached the commercial zenith. He never quite got that uh commercial zenith. Like he never had that album where it took him to that stratosphere. He had hits, but he didn't have that kind of thing, you know. Because it looked like he had the possibility. He had that aura about him. Definitely had that aura. They both were strong live performers, uh, both vocally strong, lyrical. But the thing is that and I do say this: they could have made an interesting collaboration together because Shanada is undeniable, delicate. They wouldn't sound out of place on Maxwell's records. They wouldn't. And to hear Shanada do a cover of Fortunate would sound sweet too. Get to Know You would have been cool for Shanada. So there's some things that could have happened. I like them both for different reasons, but I think they definitely had two different ways that they connected. I think Maxwell's thing connected more in R&B long. I think Shanada's thing was for a time period, but he hit more pop, and then he didn't come back. His stuff didn't connect and stay in. And it kind of like when you play in that pop world, you gotta hit it or you miss out, and people move on. And unfortunate because the guy's talented, but again, you got to have the hits, and Maxwell does keep enough of the hits. pretty wing and stuff like that. Even though I think Sanada could have done a pretty wing, I definitely think he could have pulled off a pretty wing. But tell me what you think below, what they had, what the other didn't. Please hit the like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like, and hit that membership, because when you do requests like this, I do bring forth. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.